Okay, first and foremost, welcome everybody to U.S. History. I'm really excited to be with you guys this year. I wanted to introduce you to sort of a beta version of a thing I want to try with you all for homework annotations. And the reason why I want to do this is because we all know time is of the essence. It's really important for you not only to read, but also to have a takeaway from the reading. And we want to do so with, a reasonable amount of time. So just follow along here. I'll keep these directions on our future copies unless we really get the hang of it and we think it's just a waste of space. All right, so I'm going to share this document with you after I finish recording this video, so you'll have access to it. We're going to be collaborating our notes on Google Drive. Now, you probably know from previous experiences that Google Drive can be an awesome collaboration tool, but it also can get a little hectic and confusing. Sometimes we think it's funny to change our classmates' fonts, to delete things, things like that. And the point of this is to really collaborate our notes in a civil and efficient way. Right, and so there are going to be some ground rules, and I want to articulate those on this video. All right, so when you get this document, and one thing I'll add to this after we're finished, I'll add the page numbers here. Actually, I can do it right now. It's page 5 through 15 of your textbook. Just as an aside, also, your page numbers are the 5th edition of the textbook, so if you have a previous edition, you should go by the subject titles instead because the page numbers aren't going to match up. Alright, so when you get this document, the first thing you want to do is look for your name. You'll see that I paired a lot of you guys up. There are a couple of you that are working on your own, and that's because you have a super short section to take notes on. Another thing that's important for you to realize is that you're only taking notes on your assigned section, but you are responsible for reading all of it. Okay, so please don't say, oh, I only have to take notes on this section that's 2 paragraphs long. My homework is easy. We will have occasional content checks. Some of them will be quizzes. So it's really important that you have a familiarity with the entire assigned reading section, not just the section that you took notes on. Okay? So you're going to read the whole section and then you look to see what little section you're assigned to annotate. All right? So let's take Race and Bronson's, for example. All right, so the two of you are paired up for this first section here. The subject title is Settling the Americas, and it can be found on page 6 of the 5th edition. What you guys are going to do, and in the future I may not do all the headings for you, I just decided to do them to make it easier. In the textbook, your subject headings are normally in blue. If it's a major change in the chapter, your subject headings will be in red. All right, so you see the First Americans is the huge section of the chapter that we're reading, and then the mini sections are in blue. All right, so pretty much each group has one blue subject heading that they're annotating for tonight. All right. So Race and Bronson, you're gonna after you read the whole thing, you're gonna flip to this, and this is what you're gonna annotate. All right. The things that you want to do. You first want to provide a summary of your section. Now, I say detailed summary, but you don't want to be taking notes on every single sentence, nor do you want to be taking notes in full sentences. You really just want to have some bullet points about your section. Okay, so to pretend like I'm racing Bronson here, I can just start right here. If you want, it might be good to just change the font to black. All right, and then you just say, you're not actually going to write detail number 1, but basically you're going to just start summarizing with, I'd say, maybe 5-ish bullet points. Okay, if you come across any bolded terms or any terms that you think are really important, even if they're not in bold, all right, you want to define them at the bottom. So let's just say that you're taking notes on a specific Native American nation. You can put that there. Take your note. All right. So basically, summary, then bold anything that you think is important, that it's a key term, and put it at the bottom and define that term. All right. You have to do it for all the sections that you're assigned to tonight. You just have one section each that you have to annotate. All right. Again, bold important words. In the future, I might have you write your own title headings. For tonight, I did it for you. All right. You cannot copy and paste. All right. Once in a while, it may be a definition that is really straightforward, maybe something that you've heard before. You might want to occasionally quote something that's really important, but as a general rule, when you're summarizing, you're not copying and pasting. You're not going to remember it if you just copy and paste. And if you do it to an excessive degree, or if you do it when it's really unnecessary, then I'll comment on that, and that's going to be something that you're going to have to improve in the future. All right. I have access to this document. You might even see me up here looking at what you're doing. So general ground rules apply, right? No profane language. You should not be treating any of your classmates or your teacher with disrespect. And if you violate any major school rules on this document, then that's a really serious problem. All right. If you do any of these things, the first time I'll give you a get out of jail free card, I'll just give you a warning. But just know that if you are doing any of these things listed here, then the next homework assignment that we have, you will not be invited to collaborate, okay? Which automatically means that you'll score a 0 on that assignment. Basically, this isn't meant to be overly punitive, but this basically means that I mean business when I say that you need to be doing this in a collaborative and civil way. If we can't handle it, then the beta vision will be over, we'll stop doing it, but I'm really hoping that this will be a fun and efficient way to take notes. It'll be a great study tool for us, and if you have any questions about this based on the video or anything that we discuss in class, please do feel free to let me know. Hope this was helpful. Any questions, email me at the address listed here. All right, thanks everybody, and so long.